Elevator, in the lobby, in the hospital, in the courthouse. Same thing, same idea. A bunch of little icicles running around trying to drain me of my energy everywhere. That's what the stalking is inside the hospital. Slamming doors, talking loud, laughing loud, giggling, and turning the North York General Hospital into San Fernando Valley, and all these things. There's a reason for that. It's the same little thing, circle thing being performed on you, outside, inside, over there, over here, everywhere. Same thing. So it's been a year. I woke up. This war has been on me for about a year now in Toronto, and nothing. I keep on moving forward in terms of growing myself. Out there, I haven't really done much in the last year. But from the inside, I've grown, I've awakened fully. I know exactly what's going on. And now I'm ready to start taking the necessary moves in order to come out of this prison. Well, now I know where the lock is, the main lock, which is the microchip. Once I get the microchip out, none of this will exist. It will disappear by itself, all of it, all this madness. Because what links these people to me is the microchip. Without my microchip, they wouldn't know that I even came out of my building in order to come here. Them, the people, the cars, anything. That's what links me to them. In light of this information and in light of the strength that I have right now, that I've learned to build up over the last year, not to let their attacks, noise, movement, psychological warfare, billboards, confusion, bad information, misinformation, misdirection get to me anymore. I am a human being that is informed, well informed, and ready to implement the necessary actions for a nice plan, a nice exit strategy to come out of this hell that was created for me, that appeared after I got microchipped in the eye. It's those two little dots in my eyes, those microchips, that brought all this out. Created an industry in the city, a corporation with a lot of people and a lot of functions that can only function on the microchip you have in you. Without those two little dots, those people won't even appear. You see how this works? It's an underground world that can appear after you get microchipped, because that's what they run on, that's what they follow. Without it, they don't even exist, this whole world that's been created. It's fake. It's a house of cards. It's the microchip that give it existence. And they're financed and funded by the people who run this microchip in order for them to drive around, to come to this area, go to that area, get paid this way, get paid that way. But it all runs on that. Once that's removed, they are completely removed from your environment, not knowing where you are, where you're going, and what you're doing. That's all it is, guys. That is all it is. So if I didn't have the microchips in me right now and I came down to this corner with this camera and filming this for you, you will not see any of these cars. You will not see any of these people walking here. The whole time here, you probably won't even see one person in about 6-7 hours, or maybe a couple of cars that pass by. That's the difference. They have a function. They're not just driving around and walking around for fun. They're creating movement and noise for you. That's their function. To drain your battery, to keep you contained, imprisoned. That's what the microchip does to you. The microchip introduces you as a ticket to this underground world that will drain you and stop time for you. And you meet nobody real anywhere you go. Any establishment, any place, on the street, in the bus. Nobody real. Things don't work out for you. They're watching you for every step by step. You go to the store, they know how much money you have. You feel like eating a Mars bar because they know what you like from your internet searches. When you get to the convenience store, if they want to piss you off that day, he'll only have Twix bars. Or the Mars bar will cost $4, the Twix bar and everything else will cost $2. This is the kind of domination and control this microchip can have on you. They start to own you because they watch you from store to store, everything you buy, everything you sell, your intention that day, where you made your appointments, with what doctor. You'll get delayed by the time you get there because they create all this traffic for you, all these cars in front of the bus. Somebody will piss you off on the way. Somebody by mistake will drop coffee on you if you're going out. Not to look good, not to feel good. Guys, it's brutal. There's so much more detail to it. I've been living under this for 22 years. It will turn your life into a living nightmare. This small microchip in your eye. It will create a whole underground world that you ain't never seen before. Because you're attached to it. What would happen then, your microchip, you can download a program into it that's attached directly to these cars and these people. And it's automatic then how much noise and movement they want to feed you in one day. It's not even like, oh, okay, that's the targeted guy. I'm driving a car, let me go pass by him. No, it's all automatic. It's on a program. It's brutal. So that means it's so precise that even if they want to fuck up, they can't. And once this microchip goes into your optical nerve, if you understand how eyes work, they'll be able to see what you see, hear what you hear, and hear what you say. You could even talk to them. It's brutal. They're watching every single move. If you take a dump, they know what it looks like. That's how this works. So this nightmare world will be created according to what you like and what you don't like. So they'll know how to counteract every move you take. If you want to, if you like something, you give you the opposite. If you like this particular kind of cigarettes, you go to the gas station to buy it. They won't have it, or the price is double. Yes, they can do that to you. So they've created a back page, a carbon copy page of real life that they design that you enter once you get microchipped. It's the same geographical location as everybody, but when you come out, things change for you. They flip them. And it's all got to do with that microchip. Without it, none of this would function. None. Zero. So those two little dots in your eyes create this fake fantasy world that wouldn't have existed without them. This sounds so fucked up, guys. Any one of you watches any of my videos, has any doubts, I list my phone number on my YouTube channel and on my website. Check out my website, same name, stopinvasionofprivacy.com. Any question you want, you can call me in the middle of the night and I'll tell you. I'll prove it to you. Anything. This is Victoria Park in Shepherd. Look, garbage trucks. It's Monday night at not even 12, it's 11:30. It's a machine I'm surrounded with, a time machine that imprisons you, does not let you allow you to meet anybody real. Everyone in the stores is expecting you to go in there, whether it's the workers or the clients or the customers. All works through your microchip, all of it. Without it, nothing functions. Look, ladies with scarves at midnight crossing the streets, babies, bikes. It's the circus that will become your life. All these people that don't work, don't do anything, they're lazy, they have no function, they join this group and they will make your life a living nightmare. In the day, in the night, in the afternoon, they're always around you 24/7. That's their job, it's to be a leech. They don't do anything else. They're a part of this microchip leech corporation underground world that will appear right after you get microchipped. Without it, none of these circus creatures will appear. It's the microchip that brings them out. That's all it is, guys. It is all the microchip. All of it. It's everything. It will turn your world into a living nightmare. You will start to live in a time machine. Time will stop for you. You will not have a life. You're surrounded by these zombies, robots that move in a weird way, talk in a weird way. When you look at them, you see a full bus on frigging Monday night at midnight, making noises, releasing brakes, putting signals on, making lights, noises, driving like a maniac. Another 3-4 behind it that are not on service. The whole world will become a nightmare. The cops, the TTC, the security, the ambulance, the fire, everything's fake. Everything is a part of that microchip. You will awaken Satan with that microchip that will exist in every single corporation, entity, establishment out there. It's a flipped world that will appear through your microchip. Without it, it won't exist. That's exactly how it works, guys. And I've given you now the pretty much another straight exact Intel. See, it's gonna throw something in the garbage, look. Because it's supposed to demean you too. Show you're on a leash, with dogs on leashes the whole time, and people, when you look at them, they throw things in the garbage in front of you, or look at you in a demeaned way and throw things in the garbage, tell you you're garbage. Every establishment you walk into, they start to clean right away. Boxes everywhere, garbage on the floor, signs and billboards everywhere to clutter your view with bright colors. You guys seen it all, you've heard it all, I've done a lot of videos. But with this one, I want to show you how this nightmare world, without the microchip, it won't even appear, you won't even see it. You won't, it doesn't exist. Planes in the sky everywhere. It's that microchip that awakens this beast that comes out to pretty much do this to you 24/7, keep you, straw suck your battery energy out of you. These are the zombies in movies, these are it's sort of microchip company people. Without that microchip, they won't exist. See how they're telling the dog what to do, go down or whatever? This is trying to show you it's the microchip that has you on a leash, pretty much, that they work for. So without it, you won't even see them at all. They won't even exist. They won't even come out. So it's like a zombie sort of like creature that has a microchip linked to yours, and it's programmed for it to be a receiver to your transmitter, pretty much. And that's the only way it works. And that's it. Those are the people who work for it. People that cannot do a regular job, that cannot add 2 + 2. They have to be a part of this easy world where all they have to do is annoy someone to make a living, which this world really, carries them through the new millennium, which without it, they'd have no function. There are usually the outcasts in society, the people who are lazy, who don't want to do anything, who have this bad energy you don't want to be around, so on and so forth, etc. They're still human beings, but they are the weak element that this microchip corporation uses to employ them to try to make your life a circus, a time machine, a time stop machine. And they come in different shapes of form, different ages, all nationalities, and that's their job. It's to keep existing around you at nighttime, pacing, coming back and forth, not to give this, your body, your mind, the time to relax and for the battery to recharge, to abuse it, suck its energy out all day long, constantly, till it goes back to sleep in its bed, drained, can barely breathe, in state of trance, recharge, wake up in the morning, and spend the next day again getting its energy sucked right out of it with all the same straws being tapped into it over and over and over again. It's a farm. Your energy, you're a free source of energy as a human being. You're being wrapped into a battery, straws stuck in tubes in you like Neo in the Matrix, and your life sucked out, being farmed, harvested, energy being harvested. And this is it, guys. I mean, I've given you a couple of videos tonight describing this perfectly, because this is exactly what happens. It's a fake environment. These people are not going around about their own business. They're not walking their own dog at night. They're staying in my view over there. Now they have to see them again. They'll pass by again this way or that way. They have to pace when I look at them walk back and forth. That's their job. See how they're moving? Now she's going to walk over to her because I'm looking at them. Now they're going to walk that way because I'm looking at them. So they have to pace at least 3 times the job around me and make sure I see the dog. And make sure they talk to the dog like, sit down, shut up, or whatever. We're in control. So you get the idea of what their function is. It's not 2 girls that came out at night just walking the dog. Covertly, they're masquerading as doing that, but what they're really doing is this. You get it now? So I do my best to try to show you proof of it. Now they're going to walk back this way. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to prove a covert operation or walk back that way. Pace, you see? That's the idea. It's an understatement telling me I'm on a leash. Since they microchipped me, a whole new world was created for me to enslave me. So that's what it is, guys. And it's gonna stay covert, done covert. They can only do the operations covert. They can't do it direct. The only thing that you're here that's direct is me commentating and telling you the real truth of what you're seeing in front of you. You know, exposing it, I can't really do much exposing this world because not many people will be able to see it. Therefore, these guys control you. Obviously, who's doing this? People who run the world. They control YouTube, Google, everything, Facebook, everything. So they've cocooned my channel and my website. Not many people can find it. But what I could do is promote my website and my YouTube channel to the people that not I meet on the street. They're all zombies, the ones I can phone. That's the idea. That's a huge energy drainage, that loud noise. It just sucks it right out of you. So what I'm gonna do is call people, come up with different phone numbers and area codes in Canada, in Vancouver, in Calgary, pick up the phone and call and call and call and hope that I can meet real people with real numbers. Because everything I see in front of me is completely useless. They all know exactly what they're doing. They all know who I am, everything. Every single one of them knows exactly what they're doing and how much I know. Every single one. Now that car left a smell back here of diesel. So this was a double attack, triple. Movement, noise, bad smells. I tell you a lot about bad smells that are not good for you in other videos. Barf on the floor, dirty things, people doing number 2, waiting for me to go to the bathroom. As soon as I come in, they flush, stuff like that too. Those are all things that disgust you. They pretty much poke you. They take energy out of you, believe it or not, by making you miserable, by draining your energy tank, your vitality, your glow, taking away from that glow, making you dim. So that's pretty much it. That's the job. Well done. It's usually 2 paces. If they could do 3, is even better. If they could get away with it. So they've come out, go that way, this way, and then that way. If I see them all 3 ways, they got the job done. It's usually 3 paces. But 2 sometimes, most of them 2 because they can't get away with the 3rd one. So, since we got a little bit more energy, then buses, and people. What is this busyness on a Monday night? It's 12 o'clock. You should be sleeping. People go to work the next day. Victoria Park and Shepherd, there's nothing here. An open gas station, an open pizza, and that's it. Everything else is closed. It's a machine, guys. It's a machine. Every time I look this way, she walks. She's been sitting there for like maybe half an hour. She's gonna throw something in the garbage. Look. Oh no, she just walked. I've been looking that way. Every time I turn this way, she walks, that girl. So we don't know if she wants to take the bus, she wants to move, you know, but that's the idea. It's for someone to be stuck in your face the whole time, because that way you can't relax, you can't recharge that battery. People in the pizza store, they've been just sitting there. Watch, now I'm gonna look at them, they're gonna stop buying and moving. Look at the cash register. Look how she's moving. He's gonna end up paying and walking back now. He's been standing in front of the cash register the whole time. Now she's moving her arms inside the store. You can't see it on the phone, it's too far. He's been standing there the whole time I'm talking. So it's a setting. It's like a movie set. They just sit there and wait. As soon as you look at them, they move. It's a job. It's a farm. There's nothing real. I don't know, we get 18-wheelers in the middle of the night, more buses. Because the longer I stay out here, the more people they have to keep bringing. Look at that girl, she's walking back that way now. So, you see the weirdness in their actions and their movements. It's just brutal, man. That guy's sitting over there, why? He's more visible if he's sitting over there on top of the thing. It's just weird things, you know? But I never let it drain my energy too much like it used to, because I used to get all worked up and stressed out, because this is very provocative, guys. It's very provocative. Very. You know, it's people fucking around with you, standing in your way. Or now they could get away with this in Canada. If this was Venezuela or a place where, you know, You could pull out a machete and go chop their arms off. They can't do this to you. They won't. So this only works in certain countries, and at least this way, this style, you know, by blocking you off. You go to a country where there's hardcore, you know, no laws to protect them from slapping them. You won't go to jail. But this, you can't. Nobody would do this to you. Never mind women. Men won't do it, you know. First guy that does it, he'll get a big beating, and then it's done. Now the problem in this country is the laws and everything, and a guy like me, I don't usually do things like that, but if I knew this was gonna last this long, 1 year, and all this around me, I would have taken a different route to it. But it's too late now, you know. Now I think I've done the perfect thing I could do, and the best thing I could do, and I'm almost there. Once I get the microchips out, it's finished. I won't have to experience all this madness. Who would bring them to me with no microchip? Most of these people don't even live in this area. Guys, I see about 2,000 new people in this area every day. Every day? What is this? The CN Tower? New York City? There's nothing here. There's me. And apparently I'm more popular than that. So, that's enough for tonight. This is another hour here. Have a lot I've uploaded. Oh, we got more coming. Of course we do. It won't stop. As long as I'm standing here, guys, the action will not stop with the cars, with the people. Now that I saw more people coming, let's spend a little bit more time. It won't stop all night. So they pause, some of them, they stay there because they can't keep them coming and leaving. They don't know how long I'm going to stay here. They have to keep coming because they can't let this machine rest. It's constant movement that they have to keep creating. It's a machine. See how they have the boxes outside here already loaded up. Objects in front of you that you will not find anywhere unless it's a microchip guy that's coming through. They have to prep the setting. So constantly they have to keep draining the machine's battery. If the battery is outside in public, they have to keep coming all night. I could record for you 12 hours straight and I will not have more than 5 minutes tops with no movement. They have to keep coming. People have to keep crossing the street and talking too. They have to keep doing this. They have to keep doing this. They have to keep doing this over and over and over again. Now, if this was a country where you beat the shit out of someone, the cops won't show up right away and take you to jail. But this, nobody would do this anymore. No one would have the guts to come up to someone who's ready to chop your arms off. Unfortunately, this is in this country, you don't do that. It's stupid. So we're gonna have to do it a different way, and we decided on that long time ago. You know, because the point of doing this to someone is to throw them in jail or to make them go nuts and kill some people or do something stupid, because it's very provocative and irritating. It's something that's always sort of going like this on you over and over and over and over again. You'd have to be one tough guy to handle this over and over and over and over again. See, what did I hear there? Music, revving engine, slippers coming. And revving engine. So those are all noise attacks, right? They gotta keep feeding that machine. They gotta keep attacking it. They drain the battery. There we go, GFE experience here. That's supposed to tease me and make me hurt and get angry because I haven't had one in a while. It's supposed to go, ooh, this big knife inside of me. So psychologically, this is supposed to also drain the battery, and emotionally. Looking at something you're deprived from and being flashed in your face over and over again and overdone. It's kind of like they're standing, as soon as you look at them, he'll grab his arm and put it around her. It's very artificial, it's funny, but it does have a basic function of, it does tick you sometimes. Not the actual act itself that you're deprived from it. It's the artificialness of it will just really tick you. Want to go hit them, you know, because it's so artificial. So now they have to keep draining the battery. It's a machine that has to keep running. It can't go on pause. Even if they're sleeping, they'll wake them up. Machine. They have to keep coming. More and more people. They will keep bringing them out. Some of them will get pissed off because they're waking up. It's in the middle of the night that I'm standing on a corner and filming. So the thing is with those things that really get to you, regardless whether they're artificial, the fact is they want to get to you, because if they get to you, you are squeezing that battery, you're draining more energy out of it. It's a bonus, because this is an energy draining machine around you, and it has different shapes and forms of draining that battery. Psychological, emotional, by way attacking your hearing, attacking your vision, attacking your sense of smell. It's a chakra attacking machine to deplete energy of you, because you're a strong energy source. You're a titanium battery, a strong battery that, just not AA, not AAA, so you need to put a lot of things around it to keep this battery drained, and then it could go home fully drained, go to sleep, recharge, wake up the next day, and they can drain more energy out of it. How are they draining energy out of it in terms of financially in society? But look how many jobs they're creating. Look how many jobs I'm creating alone by being an energy source. How many people are making a living out of me, out of this amazing form of energy that, if we would have combined my energy and theirs together, would be a threat to power. So it's a way to pretty much depress both of us, divide us, and pin us against each other. But that's the real division that's happening in the world today. Now, you try to come up with a solution for this, or try to pinpoint or point fingers like they do, point fingers. Who's the idiot in this operation? Is it the people that are being fooled into this? In the end, they've been giving so little, and they're giving in return so much, and they're getting rid of a guy who can make all their lives better. But they don't see that, guys. When you're talking to people that will have a hard time adding 2 plus 2. And some of them can add 2 plus 2, but they're just so frigging weak. And they give them exactly what they want in terms of physical pleasures. Drugs, sex, whatever, food, big house, I don't know, Ferrari. Well, that's the problem. So they don't look at it in a way the way I look at it. They look at it as like, fuck this guy. I want to go annoy him for 5 minutes. And I want to be able to go home and, I don't know, to my $1 million house and drive my Ferrari every day. That's the way they see it. And this is the situation we're in. So, in the end, you can play the blame game. You can try to, get pissed off and take it out on this and take it out on that. There's only one way you can win out of this machine. One thing you can do to win. Everything else you'll lose. Keep going in your route to find a way to get this microchip out. That's all I could tell you. Because that is the element that will cancel the whole equation. Nothing will exist after. Without that, guys, you will not get nowhere in this machine. You have to do that. You have to remove the microchips, and then you're free completely. None of this will happen. It's the element that bonds you to all this. It's that microchip. Once you get that out, it's done. So as you see, there has to be people coming in. People, more people, walking, coming. People in cars, because I have to keep seeing this. The battery can't rest outside, can't relax. It has to keep seeing this over and over and over and over and over and over when I'm in public. Yeah, see, even these assholes. On and off fashion. So, see how much of an asshole he is to create noise, to drain me of my energy? So, because there's not that many people around. You see, if there were a lot of people, he wouldn't have done that. They take place of, now they're talking from over there. It's fake. It's a bunch of people irritating you. They're feeding off your energy. They're building a life of your wicked energy source, amazing energy source. Without you, these guys would be dysfunctional. They'd have nothing to do. Who's gonna pay them to abuse who then? To suck whose energy out? Think about it. They'd have no job. So these guys found a way to build societies with completely useless people that they need. They need useless people because those are the people that won't rise against them. Those are the people that won't complain about anything because they're a bunch of idiots. To use the majority of people and give them a reason to have a job and live and make money. Because in this dysfunctional world that's not producing anything anymore, what do you think Canada produces, guys? There's a couple of farms in here and that's it. What the fuck do they produce? Maple syrup? Doesn't produce anything. There's nothing being done seriously here. Nothing being invented. Nothing. It's a dead place. So this is why it's the perfect experiment to do in Canada, this thing. You can't do this in New York. Well, the States right now is also changing from a manufacturing country to services. But you can't do this in manufacturing countries. It doesn't work. Like China or India, or the East, pretty much. This is a system that could function in the Western world. What's being done to me? It doesn't work in the Eastern world. It won't work because people have a job. They have a function to do. And when there's jobs and functions, you can't disrupt those functions to point and burp and fart. You can't do that. You gotta understand that. You gotta be in a sea pizza store. Now I'm looking at it, they start to come out. They've been ready in there. You can't do that. You can only disrupt the world like this one that doesn't do anything. What happens in Toronto, guys? I've spent so many days downtown where all of downtown was just stuck on me. There was nothing happening there. What happens downtown? What gets manufactured there? What could give me one thing in Toronto that can't stop functioning for more than a day? What? Nothing. They could stop anything anytime. It's a dead country. That nothing gets produced here but maple syrup and a bunch of strawberries. When you think about it. You go to there's a bunch of farms creating all this food now that I'm walking this way. He has to know me from the left side of the eye. He comes up with me. And we got one guy who parked over here. So when you see in the Truman Show, Truman trying to escape with the car with his wife, and all these cars come out of the street and block his way. But that's what this is, guys. I have better video showing you this too. As I'm walking, you see, he's coming out. This is exactly like what you see in the Truman Show. Now he's gonna come out. Pretending he's been waiting there, the whole time and doing this and that. That's exactly what you see in the Truman Show. Remember, he's leaving on the car and then all these cars start come out left, right, and center. Boom, 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 they block his way. Then he talks to his woman. She goes, "You're crazy," and whatever. Same thing. But over there in that movie, you see it as it's a lively, happy thing. And here it's torturous. It's an energy draining system that's supposed to pretty much keep you dismantled the whole time and employs so many incompetent nincompoops.